Stop. Don't scroll. If you leave right now, you're walking away from a file in heaven with your name on it that just opened. I'm not joking with you. God says, if they skip this, I will close what I opened before sunrise on January 1st. You have 10 seconds. Listen to me, my child. This is not another message. This is the message. Heaven moved 8 days ago while you were sleeping. Angels wrote your name on a scroll before you even said your first prayer of the year. And today, January 9th, is the day it catches up to you. But only if you stay. Archangel Michael is standing behind you right now, whispering, don't let them scroll. They'll miss what's been chasing them for 9 days. You feel that pull in your chest? That's not anxiety. That's heaven trying to stop you from walking past your own breakthrough. Don't blink. Don't move. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to recognize the moment when what God started on New Year's Day finally reaches your door. If you scroll now, you'll spend the rest of this month wondering why nothing feels right, and you'll never know it's because you walked away from this. Don't walk away, my beloved child. Heaven didn't wait for you to be ready. Heaven already moved. You didn't find this by accident, my child. Heaven found you. Of all the videos scrolling by, all the noise, all the distractions, you stopped here, on this one, January 9th, with your name already written in the margin. That's not coincidence. That's divine appointment. Maybe you're sitting at your kitchen table right now, coffee getting cold, bills stacked in front of you, wondering how you're going to make it through another month. Maybe you're lying in bed at 2 a.m., can't sleep, scrolling because the worry won't let you rest. Maybe you're thinking about someone who left, someone who hurt you, someone who promised they'd stay and didn't. My beloved, I see you. Heaven sees you. And this moment, this exact moment, is not random. This is not YouTube. This is a quiet room heaven rented just for the two of us. Right here, right now. You feel that tightness in your chest? That pull, that pressure, that thing you thought was anxiety. That's not fear, my child. That's me. That's heaven tapping on your spirit, saying, sit down, stop running. I moved first. Now let me talk. You've been carrying something too heavy, something you were never meant to carry alone. The loneliness that follows you from room to room, the shame of feeling forgotten while everyone else seems blessed, the exhaustion of pretending you're fine when you're breaking inside. I know. Heaven knows. And on January 1st, before the sun came up, before you whispered your first desperate prayer, God looked at the calendar and said, this year, we move first. Not when you're ready. Not when you're perfect. Not when you've figured it all out. Now, angels started writing. Scrolls started opening. Doors you thought were sealed forever started shaking loose. And today, January 9th, is the day it all catches up to you. But you have to stay. You have to listen. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't just encouragement, my beloved. It's instruction. It's the key to recognizing what's been chasing you since New Year's Day. You've been running from your own breakthrough because you didn't think you deserved it. You didn't think God remembered your name. But listen to me. God didn't wait for you to feel worthy. God moved while you were sleeping. And the reason you're here, the reason you can't look away, the reason something inside you said, wait, don't scroll past this, is because heaven is trying to hand you something. Something that's been held in trust. Something with your name engraved on it. A new season. A divine reversal. A breakthrough that doesn't ask permission. It just arrives. Stay with me, my child. Don't move. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what God set in motion before you ever woke up on January 1st, and how to receive it before this window closes. I see you. I see you sitting alone in that house that used to be full of noise. The rooms are quieter now. Your children moved on, built their own lives, and the phone doesn't ring like it used to. You tell yourself it's fine, they're busy, they're happy, but late at night, when the silence gets heavy, you wonder if they remember you at all. I see you at the kitchen table, looking at bills you can't stretch far enough. The bank account is shrinking. You're doing the math in your head, medication or groceries, heat or phone bill, and you're tired of choosing. You worked your whole life, and somehow it still isn't enough. You thought by now you'd be resting. But instead, you're worried about running out before you run out of time. I see you at the doctor's office, waiting for test results that scare you more than you admit. The pills are lined up on the counter like little soldiers you didn't ask to command. Your body isn't what it was, and you're afraid. Afraid of being a burden, afraid of losing your independence, afraid of what comes next. I see you lying awake at 3 in the morning, replaying decisions you made 20 years ago. If I hadn't said that, if I hadn't trusted them, if I had just done it differently. The regret is louder than the ticking clock. You feel like life is almost over, and God forgot the promise He made when you were young. I see you scrolling through old photos, remembering when things felt alive, when your spouse was here, when your body was strong, when hope wasn't something you had to fight for every single day. You look at who you were and wonder if God still sees you now. I see you at church, or maybe you stopped going because it doesn't feel the same anymore. The people smile, but nobody really asks how you are. You sing the songs, but the words feel hollow. You pray, but heaven feels far away, like you're shouting into an empty room. And here's what breaks my heart, my child. You think this pain is proof that you failed. You think the loneliness, the struggle, the grief, you think it means God is punishing you. You think you've been forgotten. But listen to me. You haven't been forgotten. You've been targeted. There's a difference. This isn't punishment. This is a battlefield. And you're not struggling because you're weak. You're struggling because you're chosen. The enemy saw what heaven wrote over your life, and he's been throwing everything at you to make you quit before your breakthrough arrives. You thought you were being abandoned. I'm telling you, you were being tested because you carry something too powerful to leave alone. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment you wanted to give up, but didn't, heaven recorded it. And now, my beloved child, the season is shifting. What tried to break you is about to break. You stayed. That means something already shifted. My beloved child, let me tell you something most people will never understand about how heaven works. On earth, you see the action first, then the evidence follows. You apply for the job, then you get the call. You plant the seed, then you see the fruit. But heaven operates in reverse. In heaven, the action happens first, silently, invisibly, and then your life catches up to it. You don't see it move. You don't feel it shift, but it's already done. Before the ball dropped on New Year's Eve, before you said your first prayer of 2025, before you even opened your eyes on January 1st, heaven had already moved. Angels had already written your name on a scroll. A door in the unseen realm had already swung open. A blessing that's been delayed for years had already been released from its holding place. You woke up on January 1st thinking you were starting over. But my child, you didn't start over. You woke up ahead. You woke up into a reality that heaven had already prepared while you were sleeping. Now listen closely, because this is where everything you've been through starts to make sense. Every delay you suffered last year was not a denial. It was an expiration date. Heaven was letting toxic cycles, wrong relationships, and dead-end paths run out their time so you wouldn't carry them into this year. Every door that stayed shut was not rejection. It was redirection. God was blocking you from walking into traps that looked like opportunities. Every night you cried alone, feeling forgotten, heaven was recording it. Not to punish you, to build your case. Because in heaven's court, there's a file with your name on it. And every tear you cried became evidence. Evidence that you've endured enough. Evidence that you've waited long enough. Evidence that it's time for the reversal. My beloved child, you are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You woke up this year ahead of schedule. You just haven't seen the paperwork show up in your mailbox yet. But it's coming. And today, January 9th, is the day the invisible catches up to the visible. Heaven didn't wait for you to feel ready. Heaven didn't wait for you to have it all together. Heaven moved first because that's how God operates. He doesn't respond to your readiness. He responds to His own faithfulness. You are not late. Heaven started early for you. Listen to me, my child. I need you to see something right now. Close your eyes for just a second and picture this with me. There's a courtroom, but it's not made of wood or marble or cold stone. It's made of light, pure, blazing, unstoppable light. And in the center of that courtroom, there's a table. On that table is a file. Your file. Your name is written across the top in letters that glow like fire. And inside that file, my beloved, is every single thing that was done to you. Every betrayal, every lie someone told about you to destroy your reputation. Every time you were overlooked, even though you were the most loyal person in the room. Every dollar that was stolen from you by someone you trusted. Every promise that was broken. Every door that was slammed in your face. Every night, you cried alone because the people who were supposed to love you walked away. It's all in there. And next to your file, there's a jar. Inside that jar are your tears. Every single one. Heaven collected them. And on January 1st, while you were sleeping, the gavel came down. The verdict was read. Case ruled in favor of the chosen one. Now listen to me very carefully. God is not going to humiliate the people who hurt you. That's not how heaven operates. But He is going to educate them. They are going to watch you walk into rooms they tried to keep you out of. They are going to see you stand in places they said you'd never reach. They are going to hear your name spoken with honor in circles where they whispered it with contempt. Their lesson will not be your suffering, my child. Their lesson will be your survival. And your upgrade. The person who fired you will see you hired somewhere better. The family member who abandoned you will see you surrounded by people who actually see your worth. The friend who betrayed you will watch you build a life so full they'll wonder how you did it without them. And here's what's going to shock you. The money they withheld, it's coming back. Not from them. From somewhere you didn't expect. Another door. Another company. Another opportunity that wasn't even on your radar. God says, I don't need them to give you what they took. I'll replace it from my storehouse. And my beloved, this is the part that's going to make you cry. The same people who said, you'll never recover from this, are going to have to sit front row while heaven restores you in slow motion. They won't be able to look away, because your comeback won't be loud. It'll be undeniable. Justice isn't coming, my child. Justice already landed. On January 1st, before you woke up, heaven moved first. You thought nothing changed because you didn't hear fireworks. You thought heaven forgot you because the first week of January felt quiet. But listen to me, my child, heaven doesn't announce everything with noise. The loudest moves God makes are always silent at first. That strange calm you felt 3 days ago, that peace that came over you for no reason, that moment when your mind stopped racing and you could finally breathe, that wasn't numbness. That wasn't depression settling in. That was heaven's signature. Peace is my confirmation at the beginning, says the Lord. When I move like dawn, quiet, unstoppable, filling every corner before you even realize the night is over. January 1st wasn't a celebration for you. It was a construction zone, and you've been walking through it, thinking nothing's different, thinking you're still stuck in last year's story. But my beloved child, you're not stuck. You've been upgraded. New chapter, new jurisdiction, new access. Old doors locked behind you while you slept. New doors quietly unlocked in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. And today, January 9th, is not the start of your story. It's a checkpoint. It's a notification popping up on heaven's screen. Update already installed. Please restart your faith. You've been living in the download phase, and you didn't even know it. That's why everything felt slow. That's why nothing made sense. That's why you kept asking, God, where are you? I was installing something you couldn't see yet, says the Lord. And now it's done. The boring days were strategic. The quiet mornings were preparation. The moments you thought were wasted, those were the moments I was rewiring your destiny behind the scenes. This year will not be decided by what happened to you. It will be decided by what I already released for you. Before you woke up on New Year's Day, I signed the decree. Before you said your first prayer, I activated the angels. Before you even hoped for change, I moved the pieces on the board. And now, my child, you're about to see it. Not next month. Not when you feel ready. Now. The season you've been begging for didn't wait for your permission. It's already here. You're standing in it. You just haven't realized it yet because you're still looking for the old signs, the loud ones, the obvious ones. the ones that make you feel something immediately. But I don't work that way anymore in your life. I'm past convincing you. I'm past proving myself. I already moved. Now I'm just waiting for you to catch up. Stay with me, chosen one, because what I'm about to show you next will make every quiet day of January make sense. Every delay was a setup. Every silence was a shield. And the breakthrough you've been praying for? It's been following you since January 1st. It's about to catch you. Listen to me carefully, my child, because what I'm about to tell you will save you months of heartache. Heaven is teaching you discernment right now, and discernment sounds like this. Stop forcing what God already closed. You've been pushing on doors that won't budge. You've been begging people to see you who refuse to look. You've been shrinking yourself smaller and smaller just to fit into spaces that were never built for you. That's not faith. That's torture. Let me tell you the difference between effortless and forced. Because in this new season, you need to know, forced paths drain you. They make you feel like you're always auditioning, always proving, always one mistake away from being thrown out. Forced paths make you beg to be tolerated. They twist your dignity until you don't recognize yourself anymore. Effortless paths still take work, don't misunderstand me, but the door doesn't fight you back. Effortless means, when you knock, somebody actually answers. When you show up, people are glad you came. When you speak, your voice doesn't disappear into silence. My beloved child, I need you to hear this from heaven's mouth. If you have to beg to be tolerated, it's not me. If you have to shrink your God-given dignity just to keep a seat at somebody's table, it's not me. If you're exhausted from performing for crumbs, that table was never yours. Let me give you real examples because I know you're thinking, but what about my job? What about this relationship? Staying in a dead job because you're terrified of the unknown, that's force. Stepping into something smaller but healthier, where you can breathe again, that's effortless. Chasing a toxic relationship, texting first every time, wondering why they never call back, that's force. Letting God send you people who actually show up, who care, who don't make you feel crazy for wanting basic kindness, that's effortless. You see the difference? One drains your soul, the other restores it. Here's your instruction for this new season, chosen one. Follow the peace, not the pressure. Peace is me. Pressure to perform, pressure to shrink, pressure to beg, that's not me. When I open a door, you'll still have to walk through it with courage, but the door won't slam in your face. When I send a person, they won't make you feel like you're too much or not enough. When I call you forward, you'll feel scared, but you won't feel shamed. That's how you know. My child, listen closely. In the next few weeks, you're going to be tested on this. Old doors will try to pull you back. Old voices will say, "Come back, we need you." But if those doors drained you before, they'll drain you again. Don't go back. Don't force it. If you have to twist yourself into a pretzel just to be wanted, it's not your door. God is about to show you what effortless looks like. And when you see it, you're going to weep, not because it's easy, but because finally, the path fits your feet. My beloved child, listen to me carefully. Heaven didn't move first just so you could sit there nodding your head and do nothing. No, God is waiting for your agreement, your participation, your one small yes. So here's what I need you to do. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, right now. Instruction number 1, guard your agreement. Stop saying, "I'm done." Stop saying, "I'm too old." Stop saying, "Nothing good ever happens to me." Every time you say that, you're slamming the door heaven already opened. You feel me? Replace it. Right now, out loud if you have to. Say this: Heaven moved first for me. I am ahead, not behind. Say it again until you believe it. Because, chosen one, your words are not just words. They're agreements. And hell listens too. Instruction number 2. Take one small obedient step. Just one. Maybe it's calling the doctor. Scheduling that checkup you've been avoiding for 6 months. Maybe it's looking into that part-time job. That small project that keeps whispering in your heart at 3 a.m. Maybe it's apologizing. Or forgiving. Where God keeps nudging you and you keep pretending you don't hear Him. Do it. Heaven doesn't multiply loud intention, my child. Heaven multiplies small obedience. You take one step, God takes 10 for you. That's the deal. Instruction number 3. Set boundaries as worship. Oh, this one's going to sting some of you. Say no to the people who drain you, disrespect you, manipulate you. I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they've known you for 30 years. Every time you say no to abuse, you're saying yes to what I already prepared for you. You hear that? Boundaries aren't mean. Boundaries are sacred. Stop letting people walk all over you and then wondering why the blessing can't reach you. The blessing can't get through because you're surrounded by vampires. Cut them off. Instruction number 4. Treat your body as the place I'm blessing. Rest, my child. Walk, even if it's just to the mailbox. Take your pills on time. Respect your limits. Stop acting like you're 25 when you're 70. You can't receive what I'm sending if you're determined to run yourself into the ground. Your body is the landing strip for the miracle. Keep it clean. Keep it ready. Instruction number 5. Keep your heart open to unlikely provision. God can use a government program, a neighbor, a church, a random phone call, an online opportunity you never saw coming. Don't tell me the only way I'm allowed to help you. Don't limit my creativity. Some of you have been praying for $1 million when I'm trying to send you a $500 a month gig that saves your life. Open your eyes. I'm not asking you to fix everything, chosen one. I'm asking you to agree with what I already started. Heaven moved first. Now you move second. That's all. One step. One yes. One boundary. One act of self-respect. And watch what happens. My beloved child, if this word has reached into your chest and grabbed hold of something you thought was dead, I need you to do something right now. Go to the comments. Type these exact words. Heaven moved first for me. Or if that feels too big, just type, I am ahead, not behind. This is not about an algorithm. This is not about a video going viral. This is about agreement. When you write those words, heaven reads them. The angels who have been standing guard over your file since January 1st, they see your yes, and your yes activates what's already been set in motion. Now listen carefully. When you hit that like button, you're not just supporting a message. You're putting your amen on the justice of heaven over your life. You're saying, I agree with what God started before I woke up. You're signing the decree that was written in your favor 8 days ago. And when you share this, you need to understand something. You're not just passing along a video. You're rescuing another chosen one who thinks they're cursed, who thinks they're forgotten, who thinks January is just going to be another month of the same old struggle. You're throwing them a rope. You're saying, God moved first for you too. That's intercession, my child. That's warfare. And if you want to keep walking under this anointing, if you want to stay inside the shield and not wander out alone into the confusion again, make sure you're connected. Subscribe, because what I'm about to tell you next, you cannot afford to miss. Tonight, when you go to sleep, there are 3 signs that are going to start showing up in the next few days. I'm going to talk about them in the next message. One of them will appear in your finances, one in a relationship, and one in your own body. These are the signs that the verdict of January 1st has reached your front door. They're going to be so specific, so sudden, that when they happen, you're going to know this wasn't coincidence. You're going to know heaven has been tracking you since New Year's sunrise. But if you're not here for that message, you'll see the signs, and you won't recognize them. You'll brush them off. You'll think it's just life. And you'll miss the moment when God is trying to confirm to you, I told you I moved first. Don't let that happen. Stay connected. Stay awake. Stay inside the covering. Because this is not the end of what heaven is doing. This is only the beginning. My beloved child, remember this. God did not wait for you to get it together. He did not wait for you to pray harder, fast longer, or figure out your life. He moved first. While you were sleeping on December 31st, wondering if anything would ever change, heaven was already writing January 9th into your timeline. Now, in this moment, let heaven see you move back. Let them see your yes. Type it. Share it. Stay with me. Because what's coming next is going to prove to you that you were never forgotten. You were always ahead.